Hey class, happy Monday, happy week 4. Pretty wild, right? I'll be gone this Monday today, but if you need anything, send me an email anyway. I'll check as soon as I can. And can you hear that rain coming already? I hope that this weather is just what you need to finish up Charlotte's Web. So that's what we're doing by this Tuesday, is finishing Charlotte's Web all the way to the end of the book and editing your post to include your final thoughts. By Thursday, you're going to reply to Charlotte's Web posts that others have written. And that's it for quest 1. You've completed your first quest. Also by Thursday, you're going to post an original reply for level 5, which is related to Charlotte's Web. It's focused on the idea of fantasy and other genres. It should be kind of a playful post, but you do need to read chapter 8 from Russell's text. So once you finish Charlotte's Web, give yourself some time on your calendar to get through chapter 8 and get that done. And then replies for level 5 due by Sunday. That really wraps up this part of the course of history and evaluating literary elements in terms of determining what makes a book for children a quality book. And then next week we'll start diving into picture books and visual artwork. So more on that later, but I just want you to know that you really are kind of ending a chapter in our course and moving forward. Here are some things that I really want you to remember. If you're earning a reboot in the gradebook, don't pay attention to decimals, points, percentages, letters. If it says reboot available or no attempt, read and listen to the comments and get those things revised and rebooted. Once you've revised the work or finished the work, go to Canvas module, submit a reboot, and write me a note. It'll say something like, "Hey Amber, I fixed or added that thing that you said for level 2. Will you please look at that again?" Absolutely, I will. I'm happy to give you credit for your work. This class is about learning and having fun and exploring, and it's not about perfection. And it's fine that your timeline might be a little bit off or that you missed something or forgot something. But I do have some general tips for all of you across the board. Make sure that you are reviewing frequently and returning to the document that is tips for completing levels and quests and acquiring treasure. That's on the Canvas modules page as well at the top, and I think it's linked throughout the course. Let's review the main things I'm running into. Make sure you read the entire prompt and don't forget a little piece. If you forget, worst thing that happens is I give you a reboot. So just be sure to be checking and completing those. Also, comprehensive and close reading. I think you're getting better at comprehensive reading. That's really demonstrating you read the whole chapter or the whole thing, whatever it is. But close reading across the board, I'd like to see you guys improve in. This is a habit of academic behavior that really just takes time to practice and develop. But it's using specifics, like specific title names, specific names of people or dates, and especially using page numbers. So when you're referencing Russell's text or E.B. White's novel, Charlotte's Web, get in there and give me some page numbers so that you guys are, practicing that good academic habit, and then also giving each other the chance to follow up on what others have shared and to further the discussion. And that last thing is just initiating conversation, which I think you guys are doing a good job developing that. But ask questions, make connections, reflect, etc. All right. In honor of the rain and of poetry, I want to recommend a few fun books. The Rain Train. My son loved this, and it's one of those books that it's just fun to read out loud because there's this part in here where it's like, oh, the train noises are kush, kush. And I just think this is such a fun way to approach a children's book. Glide from the platform. Tish. Another really great rain book is this book called Hello Rain. It's really colorful, which a lot of you talked about the importance of color in children's literature. Next week we'll get more into that with picture books. But I think this one is especially beautiful. And it has a lot of different vocabulary too for what rain can be called and the sound that rain makes. And it talks about like the life cycle a little bit, which makes me think of Charlotte's Web. All right, this one floats, sort of builds emotional intelligence or like emotional sensitivity, I feel like. The little boy makes this paper boat and goes out in the rain to play. That's what we should be doing, right? That's what so many of you guys said is the ideal childhood. I couldn't agree more. I'm sitting in the rain right now. And anyway, the paper boat just gets destroyed and he's really sad. And it's a lot like Snowy Day where, let me get to it. You know, he's pretty crushed about his destroyed boat. And he goes home, and the artwork in this is really stunning. He goes home, and Dad welcomes him in. Look at how dark this is. Just crushed. And Dad welcomes him in and helps him to get dry clothes. They make a cup of hot chocolate, and they make a paper airplane, which then the sun comes out, and he goes and plays. So I thought that was really neat. For those of you who think that childhood should be spent outside, this is probably my number one recommendation right now. On a magical do-nothing day, the kid just wants to play video games, and the parent is like, do something. Look at this picture, right? Just lounging on the couch there, and mom's like, go play. Go use your imagination. And the kid is really grumpy, kind of like Max from Where the Wild Things Are. The colors are really beautiful. It's basically just this picture book of a kid exploring the outdoors and discovering all of the magic that is outside, jumping on rocks, looking at all of these cool snails. Anyway, I think that lines up as well with Charlotte's Web a little bit, which is another reason why I thought to pull it off the shelf to show you guys. Because one thing that people notice, and you're welcome to comment on this in your response as you finish up Charlotte's Web, is how a lot of children don't spend time on the farm anymore. And there's this nostalgia and appeal to Fern's lifestyle and just Wilbur's sense of place and the way that E.B. White describes the farm and the barn and all of those things. So enjoy your own thoughts and time to reflect and ponder. I hope that you guys will continue to allow this class to be fun for you. And I will be watching out for any emails or questions from you or good work for me to review, for me to reboot. I hope you have a great week ahead.